When you get to that age, is your brain just working like sex, food, sex, football, sex, school?
All of this packaging, you're just a freak.
Men know how to please themselves, so I believe another man should be able to please another man. Golden showers is normal.
What?
Told you. As far as the only
A generation of hoes, the men and the women.
Welcome back, guys. This, of course, is a very special edition of the OffAir show. It is called Say It With Your Chest. We have partnered with Durex to basically talk about a lot of things that you should be saying with your chest, but you currently aren't. Anyways, for today's episode, the theme is self-pleasure versus partner pleasure. We do have two special guests with us today.
Yeah.
We have got repping for the, which generation are you?
X.
Generation X.
Gen X's, baby.
Gen X's.
The best generation.
Yes. We've got Timisan and
Whoop, 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 whoop.
for the Gen Zs, we've got Elvis.
And my name
You
is
guys
Gbemi,
clap now.
representing Millennials.
Oh, yeah, millennials.
Yeah, I'm a
True.
millennial.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
go. Two millennials.
And of course, I'm Tools. I am also a spicy millennial.
Okay, welcome, guys. And of course, we all know what self-pleasure means. If you don't know what self-pleasure means, it means when you pleasure yourself. Some people call it masturbation.
Yep.
The religious people say it's a sin, but those of you of the world say it's okay. Right? It's true now, right? But I think that, do you think it is important to pleasure yourself from time to time?
Look, I grew up in the time when you couldn't see the opposite sex anyway.
So you had no choice.
So you had no choice. And you have to understand that when the hormones kick in from 13, 14, when, I don't know about women, I'm a guy, and when I was a young boy, was as soon as you get your first wet dream, you start realizing, you start noticing the opposite sex just
A little bit more.
If
'Cause
that's your vibe, by the way.
no, please, I'm very old school, so don't let's.
Sorry.
That's the only vibe I know.
Moving swiftly on.
It's okay, sorry.
Right, so as soon as you get your first wet dream as a guy, immediately it just takes over all of your thoughts. Every girl you see, you imagine, you think about it. Every woman you see.
Every.
Wait,
I exaggerate.
So when you get to that age, is your brain just working like sex, food, sex, football, sex, school, sex.
Wasn't it Sigmund Freud that said, what's on the mind's mind? It's what is on a man's mind. Most men's minds it's what occupies your mind.
He's agreeing.
Yeah.
I think at that point, it's always been there, but
You
at
never
that
really
point,
thought about it,
it just gets a lot more heightened.
Once the hormones kick in.
What about ambition, character?
Please.
13.
It doesn't, please, are you saying we can't walk and chew gum? We can think about chicks and think about ambition and be ambitious as well. Now, it doesn't stop us from being ambitious.
Right.
Yeah,
so many guys are bad at their job.
So when that happens, what usually happens is, back then, not like now with the internet and all of these devices.
So accessible.
Yeah, everything, extracted material is all over the place. Back then it wasn't. So it was magazines and books. So people of my generation, our imagination was crazy because you read the magazine. There were these really spicy Nigerian magazines. There was one called Lolly.
And accent.
Yeah, it was later called Naxin, the character. But it was first called Dowda the Sexy Guy.
Yes, I remember that.
In today's world,
I don't.
you would definitely
You
not.
didn't meet it,
The
but
magazine
it was
died.
very raunchy.
Very raunchy. In today's world, that character will be called the rapist.
Yeah.
I'm serious. In today's world, that character will be called the rapist. You know why? Because if Dowda was horny and he saw a woman,
He would just jump
he
on
would
her.
take her in public, everywhere. And it was funny to us. So imagine how the world was back then.
But now you think
Oh,
differently,
of course
right?
not. You've grown up, you know.
Sister,
But even at that, because we didn't think it was rape, it was what we read in the magazine. It was cartoon. It wasn't what we applied. We knew you couldn't take a girl and do something in public. We just knew it was just
Fiction.
we could. And I think again that's another problem in another conversation. We could compartmentalize. We knew what was
Acceptable.
what was just what's the word?
Fiction.
Poetic license. What was pragmatic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Okay.
so that's when you discover that. And more often than not, most guys my time, you discovered self-pleasure by mistake.
I don't think it's just your time. I think it applies, across generations.
You don't just go and go.
It just
Yeah.
happens,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Please
oh.
share.
Yeah, please.
Well,
I feel like for stories I've heard from friends and people, I've heard one story stuck out to me in uni. This guy was like, he was having a shower and it was in this like sponge that's like X, that's really hard, and he was scrubbing himself all around. Then he scrubbed down there and I was like, oh
Yeah,
Exactly.
he went again.
Okay, let's do this.
And I feel like most guys don't just
Yeah, most
jump
guys,
into
yes.
like,
We don't just go into it.
one thing leads to
Yeah.
the other thing. Sometimes you can be lying down on the floor a little too hard, and you're like,
Me was this magazine I was reading. Remember, we're not allowed to read these things. We're not allowed to read them. Our folks, if they caught you were dead, and they brushed the bejesus out of us back then. But you read it anyway. So I was reading it, and I was lying on the bed. And because I was so engrossed in the story, you know, I was kind of
You're
moving.
excited.
I wasn't touching myself, remember?
Okay.
Because I was young. I wasn't touching myself. I was just reading it, and I didn't know I was moving down there. And it came. I'm like, oh, really? This can happen? Let's go.
So when that first happens, are you like terrified? Are you like, what is this? Or did you have some prior knowledge to what was going on?
it was until I grew up a lot, like
Now,
now, I started hearing things like post-nut clarity that you tend to regret it after. Because I feel like my first experience, it was like a eureka moment for me. It was like, oh, okay.
and then after you're like, oh,
After I'm
shit.
like, maybe till tomorrow can try again. I never had post-nut clarity.
I think
never
personal
had-
clarity comes with being pleasured by a member of the opposite sex that you don't really want to. Every man,
But that condition,
every man has one, if not more.
at least more.
No, one that he would never tell his people.
Oh, definitely.
I shouldn't have done
I
this.
think-
I shouldn't have slept with this woman.
I think,
So
guys,
you keep that is when you get personal
most
clarity.
of my male friends have more than one.
That's what I'm saying. At least there's one.
Taking that to the grave.
Yeah,
No one's going to know.
Look, the CIA, FBI, everybody come.
They can't bail me out of
What,
it.
Yo, me,
what
baby.
is it about this person that makes
Not
you
your spec. Let me give you an example.
Not your class.
Let me give you an example. I'll tell you one. Because it happened to me when I was, I just finished university. It was my first job. I was in Abuja. And I met this girl, lovely lady back then. A copper. It was a night. I don't know if anybody remembers Abuja in 2000. It was in the year 2000. Abuja was because I lived in Kubwa. My office had a house in Kubwa. So, but my the press center was in Wuse. So to go to Kubwa, traffic was terrible. You could be in traffic for hours. So at night, I see this girl who's a copper. She's standing on the road. I'm like, ooh, shit, I'm just finished youth service. My hormones are all over the place. So I stop, and she enters the car, and we have a conversation because mad traffic all the way to Kubwa, perhaps an hour plus or two. Mad great conversation. I drop her off. She stands, she comes down, bye, and I turn around. We set a date. I'll come. So next time I went there, she was in her house. She was a couple. It was just a room. So I entered. She's on the bed. And we have a conversation, and one thing leads to another. And I try to go in. We've done everything. She says, no. Then I discover she's a virgin. Yeah, so, and I hate virgins.
Hey.
Can't stand virgins.
God.
Can't stand virgins. I don't like good girls.
Hey.
Don't like good girls. Never did. No, I don't like good girls. I like bad girls. Hey, baby. My missus. She's a mix. She's a mix.
I was gonna say something.
Oh, my missus is brilliant.
But
She's
they
a
might
mix.
they might take this.
No, it's a mix
yeah.
between both of them. So that's why I'm so in love with her. So I don't like virgins, right? So, and as soon as I found out she was a virgin, I was ready to bounce. But I come from an era where, you might not call it chivalry, but it's chivalry for me.
Wait, Simi-san.
Let me finish
now.
now. Let me finish.
Sorry.
How long is this show? You don't want this show to
You
go
are
on.
afraid.
Go.
So I'm ready to bounce. Then she stands up. Now remember, like I told you in the preamble, I never see her walk. She was physically challenged.
Okay.
One leg.
Okay.
So it wasn't like she was using crutches.
She had a bit of a limp.
But not
Yeah.
a bit, a lot of a limp.
Okay.
But she entered your car, so you didn't.
It was
you didn't-
night.
was
I was
night.
traffic. I was
I mean, it takes one leg to enter a car.
Yes, it takes one leg to enter a car, absolutely. And she was really, really.
We get it.
You get it, don't you?
Yeah, we do.
So she says to me, I'll come to your house. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm saying to myself, if I tell this woman, don't come, because you're a virgin, it will feel as if, oh, it's because I'm physically challenged. And I couldn't do it. So I said, yeah, come. I'm on my balcony and I'm seeing her coming this next weekend. And like, oh my, and I'm doing this, oh God. But none of my friends.
I get what he's saying.
None of my friends knew. I couldn't tell anybody. Because again, in today's woke world, I can't say the word, but I couldn't tell them. They would have laughed me out of Abuja.
I thought they would laugh at you in today's world as well.
Yeah, true.
Now, okay, there was somebody that we worked with. I don't know. I'm not going to remember. I'm not going to mention her name, but they used to. This was again the 2010s. They used to. There was a lot of whispering about who she was seeing at the time, and the beautiful girl. And the conversation was that she was only with him because he came from a wealthy home, and he.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
And he wasn't the tallest man. I'll put it that way.
Yeah,
He was a little person.
It was a little person.
You know,
right.
but when you see him, you know that he's affluent.
Been there.
You know that, you know that he's, Temi-san, I can't with you. We need to keep this episode on track.
We have gone in so many different directions.
I go on to
dimensions,
self-love and...
Goodness. But the question I was going to ask was, what generation do you think is more vocal when it comes to self-pleasure or partner pleasure? And it looks like this generation, if you go by Temi-san. However, I don't think a lot of people in your generation speak like this. You're different.
No, we say that it is. Doesn't mean I'll go on and just be talking about it. But this generation, you guys are more open.
I would say Gen Z definitely are more,
way
vocal,
more open.
Sexual liberty is a thing.
about sexuality.
And because because the sex itself is easier to get
now
for both sexes.
Okay.
So it's easier to even talk about.
Okay.
Yeah, like when I was in my time, it wasn't easy, so we couldn't talk about it.
Well, I think to be honest, I think it's like a good and a bad thing. When you think about, the, should I say, current attitude to sex, because it's almost like it's nothing now.
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
It's not almost like it is nothing.
Yeah, and I think.
I do think with my generation, there's a lot of value to sex, but conversations about sex is just like eating granules is normal, right?
I think we have different definitions of what value.
I think there is value. At least I think there is value. That's one misconception people have with Gen Z, right? We're a lot more expressive. We're a lot more vocal. But I feel like the prevalence of expression does not devalue the sex.
I think, and this is just me, not my generation, I think you guys, boys, girls, men, women of this generation, are a lot more loose.
Define loose.
I just think
by loose you mean?
I don't think it's good or bad. I'm just
loose.
saying it's just a fact for me. Because remember I said to you, I like bad girls.
So you think there are a lot more bad girls in Gen Z?
Absolutely.
I think there are just a lot more girls who who have been socialized to not see sex as like
it's easier now.
They're more okay with taking control.
Let me tell you, Bemi and Susan makes sense. You see, if you look, before I got married, that's when dating sites were just getting into the system. It was just coming in. And if you look at dating sites, what we call hookup people. Hookup. All over the place.
Runs. That's the only one.
Whatever. They're all over the place.
That's the only one I know.
Oh, so you know coded runs, do you?
No, she's always
That's the only one
scandalized
I
by
know.
it.
Yeah. I'm
But
just saying.
I heard that there are like some new ones as well.
Yeah.
Look, when I was growing up, let me put it this way. When I was growing up, if I was seeing tools would probably take me about 1 month for me to get full body hug. First. Probably take me 1 month. Yes.
Okay.
Full body hug. Not side hugs that you women have perfected. Hey, what's up? No, hug me.
Why are you offended by a side hug?
Please, why? I don't give you a side hug, do I?
What is wrong with a side hug?
Oh, God.
Anyways, not those side hugs that you all have perfected. Don't hug me, shake my hands then. So back then, it took a month. Take another month or 2 for me to get a kiss. Kiss.
That's crazy.
And if we kissed, my whole brethren would know.
Hey, you go and tell.
Susan, I kissed.
Wait. So Gen Z, what is it like? Before you get a full body hug.
Oh,
that's
please.
like-
I think full body hug is like the
Before
first
they
step.
meet.
It's like,
Before
hi,
they
what's your name?
meet.
My name is Elvis. Oh,
Let's hug, love.
literally what it
Hey,
is.
you look good.
Before
Well,
they
first
meet,
kiss.
they would have had Snapchat sex before
boom.
they meet.
Boom.
Well, that happens. That happens.
You would have exchanged nudes already.
Sometimes.
I mean, that happens.
Like even before your first
That's
No. It actually depends on your intention.
They don't used to
No, it actually-
Don't lie. So that is always a father watching this.
That is, please. God. Anyways, I feel like it depends on your intentions with the person you're talking to on Snap. On Snapchat, sometimes if someone is texting you on Snap by 1 a.m. and it's like WYD, they don't like no, they're not trying to marry you now. You understand? If I text you by 1 a.m., what do you think is going to happen?
Case
That's
closed.
where the conversation is
I rest
going
my
to.
case.
However, you could have fruitful conversations on Snapchat without the exchange.
All I'm saying is, it's easier in today's world for me, if I was single, to go out there and I'm driving and I meet a nice-looking girl, not a hook-up girl, a nice-looking girl. I'll have sex that day.
God, girls, crazy.
As
Wait,
opposed to
as
back
opposed to
in
back
the
then.
day.
I feel like if we had the same devices on Snapchat as
Back
you guys
then.
had then, it would
And
be the
also,
same
so
thing.
we cannot say, I do not like if.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Hypotheticals.
That's what it was. I don't have hypotheticals, yes. It was like that. We couldn't get them.
Okay, so
I wanted to bring it back to self-pleasure.
Yeah.
If you walk in on your partner self-pleasuring, will you be offended? Will you be excited? What will your reaction be?
It's foreplay.
Okay.
I genuinely would see it as foreplay because if you want me to join in, hey, so it's a party, do you get what I mean? But if you want it for yourself, I might feel a type of way, especially if I walk in on it, I might feel a type of way, but ultimately, it is what it is.
Yeah, well,
What about you?
I think for my generation, it's more. It goes into the man's ego, because if his wife, if walks in on his wife or his long-term girlfriend pleasuring herself, the first thing that comes to his mind is, "Am I not good enough?" For men of my generation,
I
You
think
start
we touched on that a few
Yeah, you
episodes
start
ago.
thinking, "Am I not good enough?" So that's the problem. Am I not good enough? And you have to understand, women of my generation as well didn't used to talk. You're not very open about talking about sex, communicating about sex. If you're embedded with the woman of this generation, you must push her and prod her to tell you what to.
But
what
even
she
now in
wants.
2026, or now,
I'm married.
I feel like
you have
as
to
you-
understand that I
yeah.
wouldn't know about women. I'm just using.
I mean, you have friends.
Oh, yeah,
Don't
I
you
do.
have friends who are
So,
married. Yeah.
Why would you not think about it as she's just discovering her body? She's just figuring out what
Because
she
you would
likes.
expect
and-
that the both of you will have conversations, right? Men of my generation in today's world, if they still masturbate, their partners do not know. You have to understand, that's how we are. Your partner will not know. Because if I feel like if I walk in on my partner pleasuring herself, the same way I think I will feel is how I think she will feel if she saw me pleasuring myself.
Okay.
She might think, am I not good enough?
Personally, I believe that there is a lot you would learn about having sexual relations with your partner by pleasing yourself. And I think it's even a lot more for women. I do have a lot of female friends that would say that I think are having great sex with their partners and they please themselves, because I feel if she has figured it out the way she
can
wants
teach the
it,
man.
she will teach the guy.
Can teach the man.
And
Do
now,
it this
like
way.
you said, the women of these days are a lot more.
You're more
They
open.
will tell you about
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Uncle,
exactly.
You're not
not doing it. Yes.
switch. You understand what I mean? So
Women of my generation don't talk.
I believe everybody should be pleasing themselves a lot. We should touch ourselves more.
Before I got
Yeah.
my wife, I used to tell women back then, I'm not a mind reader.
I'm not the Holy Spirit.
No, I'm not a mind reader. Because
But
what
you also,
I leave it out of here.
but Timothy, you also brought up the whole ego thing,
Yeah.
because a lot of guys, most guys think they're like amazing lovers just because.
That's how the society conditioned us to think that way. When I was growing up, we felt being a man who was great in bed when I was growing up could last 10 hours.
Which is a
They
lie.
don't- they
Exactly.
like
You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, I'm not know about today.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, and your schlong had to be very, very big.
Why
That's the
why
thing.
do we
Still applies.
automatically think that 10 hours of sex is enjoyable?
That's what we thought, because you see, you have to realize that when we were growing up, VHS cassettes, remember, porno movies.
Yeah.
We call them blue films back then. I know they don't call them blue films anymore, do they?
I mean,
Let's call them blue films.
It's porn now.
Porn.
Not porn, yeah.
content.
Content. Wow.
Okay.
So porno movies were in VHS cassettes. So you snuck, you brought it home, you heat it, you waited for all the adults in the house to sleep, you slid it in, and you watched.
God help you, Nepa will take life.
Oh, how do you know? How do you know?
Are
Look,
you struggling to take the
what are you
paper?
saying? That was when I learned how to unscrew the VHS and remove it manually. Anyways, that's a different ball game. So you know, and you have to understand, porno movies back then, they're very unrealistic. We never knew. They still are, right? They're very unrealistic. So we thought that's how it was supposed to be. Women will not enjoy you if you're not big, if you don't go 10 hours. That's what we thought.
So I would liken it to like wrestling. Imagine my disappointment when I found out, and I found out, like, I think as an adult, a young adult, that it was all acting.
Yeah.
So, you know, imagine somebody
Yeah.
watching all that and then finding out that it was all acting. It wasn't real and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, I get it. I understand it.
Is that how you guys feel about porn?
You have to get older to realize. One. Two, you have
It's
to
not
have
realistic.
been around the block a few times.
Okay.
Because when you meet
Okay.
quite a lot of women,
So
you realize it's not true. It's not
there's
true.
this argument that has been going on since like forever, and you know, the arguments for and against porn. A lot of people feel like porn needs to exist because that is the only way some people will learn.
Oh.
So if
you
you
can't
did
learn from
not,
porn though, do
if
you?
you
Can you?
didn't,
You can't?
if you didn't have porn, how would you find out? I'm not saying I'm for or against.
Yeah,
I'm just
you're just-
asking,
yeah.
how would you find out about what to do with the woman?
Because it grew up in the time when porn was readily available. So like, you know,
I mean, to be honest, I felt like written porn is still porn, right?
Yeah,
I found out a lot.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, a lot I learned about like sex was from books my auntie used to keep.
Meals
And
and bones.
I don't know, the Meet Me at Midnight was
man,
the name of the
they
book.
didn't do.
So I read. It was like a huge storybook. So
Sensual, yeah.
I didn't watch. I didn't get a phone until after SS3.
Okay.
So my parents are not we didn't have iPads and all of that. So I discovered about like sex was on storybooks, erotic novels, and all of that. But growing up, I discovered porn. Then I realized people would always tell you that there isn't. You can't learn from it. I feel like you can't learn a lot. It shouldn't be your wealth of knowledge, but you would learn something if you
you can't
want
learn
to.
everything.
You can't learn everything from it.
Okay.
I mean, I learned not like I participated, but I learned about BDSM from porn. I didn't know there was a thin line between pain and pleasure
And
until
that
I
is
saw
my
it on
problem
porn.
with porn.
Until I saw it on
I
porn.
like
didn't know.
vanilla sex. I really do. I remember, I remember before I got, again, like, when I was in Abuja, when I was single.
You have cute.
When I was when I was in Abuja and I was single, and this Congolese chick I was seeing said, "Would you like anal?"
Hey.
Pause. But you said you like bad girls.
Yeah. Look, you can be bad
Bad is
without.
relative.
It's
You
not,
can
yeah,
be bad
true.
without.
That is
Yeah,
relative.
you can be bad without doing too much. Boom.
It's not too much.
Yes. Look, I'm very, very conservative. No, I'm not conservative. Scratch that.
You're not.
I know. I'm not.
You're
I
an
grew up in a conservative time.
You're an interesting, dynamic individual.
Boom. You know, so she told me, "Would you like anal?" I said, "Why?"
Why?
Yeah, she said, "You really enjoy it."
Real.
But here's my problem. I said to her, "I enjoy what I do right now. I do not need more enjoyment. I really, really like this. We can do variations on this. That is just exit. Leave it be. If I get an itch my butt and I hate my hand, I can't even look at my hand. Oh God, cut it off.
That's what
And I have to
comes
touch
in.
a woman's butt? Heck no. Not gonna
After
happen.
this,
Heck no.
after this episode, we're gonna give Tim with something very important,
Which
a
is?
therapy session.
Oh my
I
God.
think there's so much you have unpacked there. I'm just like, oh my gosh, oh
And
my
that's
gosh.
why I knew he was
Okay,
perfect.
There's nothing wrong with vanilla,
So
though.
let's talk about
She's very, very chocolate.
Oh, this one.
What?
Yeah, she looks it. Freak.
what do you mean?
Only
Freak
Randomly,
in the
only
morning,
randomly.
freak in the evening. All of this packaging. Yeah, just a freak.
This has to be.
Like,
This has to
what
be
the
the trailer.
hell? Like, you know.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm
Anyways,
somebody's mother.
Yeah, I'm just a
Yes.
freak, but you're just a freak.
I'm
How
a
did they
mother.
get here?
You're just a
I mean,
freak.
I don't know. God's plan.
I'm sure you're all dressed up.
Timmy said, please. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I was going to say, let's talk about attitudes to self-pleasuring. So in one of our previous episodes, we talked about how generally in this society, women are not encouraged to kind of just talk about what they like. They're not encouraged to say, you know what, when you did that, I like that. This one, not so much, because they are worried about being judged. So what are your attitudes about like, let's say you know you're with somebody and she's like, oh, I want you to try this, I want you to try that, I want to do one or two different things. What are your attitudes, and what are your the attitudes of like your group of friends?
I beg to disagree though. I think
I was going to ask, like, I'm
I think
curious
women
about
of
Gen
today,
Z.
No, I'm just asking about your attitude, just in general.
I would always say customer feedback is the key to any establishment.
I thought it was bad.
I love feedback.
Okay.
Tell me.
It doesn't hurt your ego.
All men love feedback.
To be very honest,
all men love feedback.
if not that it's happened before, but like if you tell me I don't like, if you tell me I don't like this particular way, please tell me, because genuinely,
when you get to 40s, you realize that it happened to you.
when you get to that bridge, we'll cross it. Because
get ready.
This sounds very, very like cliche to say, but I enjoy the pleasing aspect of sex, right? I derive a lot of pleasure from knowing you are being pleased. So if you are not, I know it sounds very cliche to say.
Why are you rolling your eyes?
You know, because
I'm like him.
it's kind of like
People like to say they are pleasers.
It's a cliche.
Yeah,
You say,
so,
you run your.
But
Because guess what? They want to.
Do you need therapy, love?
No, they want to please you in the way that they want to please you.
Yeah,
do you understand? Do you understand what I mean?
I get what.
Because
but
if she says that she wants you, okay, you say
This
I'm a
speed.
pleaser. Wait, I'm a pleaser, but she says I want to poo on your chest.
Oh no, come on.
So there are things that I might take scarts. I might. I
You
feel
think
like
about it?
I might think about it.
Oh, Lord have
in
mercy.
the moment,
No. I'm thinking about my son now. I think I need to have a conversation with him now.
There's a lot of things that I would do.
But why
if the
did we
moment
go
is
from
right.
here to there? Like, baby, what happened? What was the middle?
She brought it in. She brought it in.
I thought she was
On my
gonna
own.
say something like
I'm
giving
vanilla.
head
I'm
or
vanilla.
whatever. Just,
No,
Because
no.
people are doing a lot.
No golden
these days.
showers, no
To be
poop,
honest,
nothing.
as far as golden showers is normal.
What?
As far as
Told you.
the only
A
thing
generation
I
of
will not do-
hoes, the men and the women. A generation, Gen Z's a generation of hoes.
What I will
Men
not
and
just
women.
do, what I will not do is fist
My
someone.
chest.
Oh,
No matter
Lord.
how, that's the limit to how pleasing.
Oh, really?
What? Give or receive?
I'm not punching you. I have huge hands.
So you can fist.
I can.
Oh wow, they see where you draw the line.
Yeah, that's why I draw the line.
They poop on me, pee on me. I'm not putting my hand in you. No, it's too much.
Yeah, I
Nah,
can't
ain't
put my
doing
whole
it.
fist in.
Oh, brethren, please.
That's just what I won't do.
But you
Brother,
think about
please.
somebody pooing on your chest.
You will think about it.
I will think about it. If the moment is right, anything is possible.
You can smell the poop, can't you?
Jenny, I'm being honest, so I'm not even capping for the cameras.
Look, let
Do
me
you know what I think about? Like, when these stories about, people traveling and getting pooed on
Getting
and everything,
paid.
I'm always like, so after, what happens?
You shower.
No. So do you just, the person finishes and you're there with poop on your face?
And
or
you have-
poop on-
and you go on with everything
and
else.
you're
They
just
Go
like,
with
oh,
everything
this is nice.
$100,000 and you shower.
And a Birkin.
And they just, and
Okay.
I mean, for 100K.
Wait.
No.
Sorry for bringing the extreme. So let me bring it back. Is there a
Extreme.
point? Is there relax? Is there a point where you feel like self-pleasure can become selfish in a relationship?
Here's the problem with self-pleasure. And I'm speaking from experience as well. After a while, from a man's point of view, you might get desensitized. So in other words, if you masturbate a bit too much, I don't know about women. As a guy, if you masturbate a bit too much, you might get a bit desensitized. Now you have to, like I told you at the start of the show, I come from an era when we thought doing 1, 2 hours, 3 hours was what made you a stud. So how did we get around it? We would self-pleasure before the girl comes.
Okay, so you
Such
can
comes-
last
It's
long.
the
So it
second
can
round
last
is
years,
always
so it can
better
last
than the
long.
first.
Then it becomes like the routine. Oh, we gotta get this out of the way.
that first one.
That first one. Some of my friends, the second one said, if you don't get the first two out of the way, please. So when she comes, we're going as long as we can, because we thought that was what women liked.
Can I ask this? So I remember this was a few years back. I read one of these, oh, please help me, this is my story and everything.
Yeah.
And this lady had basically said that they're having intimacy issues in their marriage, and she always gets sad because she knows that her man is self-pleasuring in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And she's on the bed, in the bedroom, waiting. And it's almost like he chooses to do that over
her.
Yes. So when does self-pleasure become an issue? When is it, when do you draw the line and just say, okay, that is...
I'm no therapist, but disclaimer, I'm no therapist, but I feel like if you are basically, you have a partner that you're sleeping with, you like sleeping with, you're not under duress or anything, just saying, and you would hope that this person is you're trying to pleasure this person at the same time the person is as interested as in your pleasure. So Durex has a solution. Let me tell you. I just had to bring it in there because there's something that they have that is called Durex Performer. And what it is it's basically the secret to longer lasting sex. So if, for example, you are the kind of guy who goes to self-pleasure before, sleeping with your partner or having sex with your partner, how about you try this Durex Performer, which helps to delay climax and prolong excitement. And
what is it?
Okay, so it contains a special lube called...
it's lube. There you
called
go.
benzocaine.
Right.
It's a condom. It's inside
Oh,
the
it's
condom.
a condom.
Yes, it's inside the condom, so it helps the man to control climax and prolong excitement, which means long-lasting sex. So I know that performance and the duration is a thing.
The heart of a man.
I mean, I don't think that a Gen Z guy is looking to go for 10 hours, but he wouldn't want to do 2 minutes, or 1 minute.
Nobody
or
wants to be a
the case
1 minute
may be.
man.
Wait.
I mean,
You want to be a 1 minute man?
No. There are situations where 2 minutes is perfect.
Okay.
It depends where. It depends where you are.
I agree.
Sometimes a quick kiss. Get out of the way. Fast.
I was gonna say something, but why did my mind automatically go to planes? But is it a situation? Can you imagine you're on the plane or whatever?
You can't kill the restroom for.
You want to be there for 10 hours?
Absolutely.
You better go there for less than 5 minutes and come out.
They will ban you.
Anything worth doing is not doing well.
Mile High Club. Yeah, I remember.
Moving swiftly.
Yeah, whoa, pilot. Wow.
Moving swiftly on.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about your? I mean, we know you guys actually talk more than we ladies. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
But what about your close circle of friends when it comes to this whole self-pleasure conversation? Do you have friends that kind of think maybe they're sharing stories and they're like, oh my gosh, and then she did this and she told me to do that and then she told me to do this and she told me to do that, and then you can tell that they feel like she...
Okay, see, let me say something that I've always said got me in trouble.
Eh?
Thank goodness not with the missus, thank goodness, because the missus knows me and the missus will talk a lot. You see, I think that women are not ready to hear the fact that man, I'm not talking about humankind.
Mankind.
Man, I'm not talking about mankind.
Okay.
Men. Male. We're not made to be monogamous. You don't have to agree. You can agree. Now let me explain why this is so. And it goes to this conversation of the woman saying, my husband is pleasuring himself and I'm here waiting. You see, it's very hard for a woman to understand. Extremely hard. I don't expect you to understand, really. But you see, because read science, genetics was my project in university. In the animal kingdom, love, more often than not, you get one male to several females in the animal kingdom. And according to biology, we are animals, aren't we? We're just higher animals. Now, you don't have to agree. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you what I think. There is a very derogatory phrase for it. I will not mention it here because of you two beautiful women. I won't mention it. But there's a derogatory
It's worse than what you've already said.
I think to
You want to mention it?
It's worse than what you've already said.
Look, it's
You
called.
can bleep it out.
It's called the old cow syndrome.
Oh.
You know what the old cow syndrome is? Let me explain it to you.
Why buy the milk? Where you
No. That's not the old cow. The old cow syndrome is this. If you do animal husbandry and you have a bull, normally you have one bull to maybe 10, 20 cows or 15, whatever, however it works. There will come a point when that bull will not have intercourse with one cow. Even if the cow is ready, the bull will not just have sex with that cow. It's called the old cow syndrome.
See finish.
See finish. Happens to men. I don't
And
know
it-
about. I don't
and
know
it doesn't
about.
happen to women.
Again, you remember as I said, I don't know about women. I said I don't. I'm not going to mansplain nothing. But for a man, right, there is no man in the world, unless he's lying to you, right, who can have sex with you every time for years and not get a tad bit tired. Doesn't mean he stop loving you.
Gen Z, do you agree?
And as I said, I don't know about then.
I'm
Because
curious.
then, maybe my time we barely got sex, so we never got tired. But then they get sex all the time. Maybe it happens now.
To be very honest, if you ask Elvis me,
Yeah.
I think so far in my life I'm very monogamous. I do like one
See,
person,
it's just starting.
me.
It's just starting.
But my friends,
No,
my
it's just
immediate
starting.
circle would always tell you. I have one friend that would always tell you that his main fear with marriage is because he's not a cheater, but he doesn't think he can have sex with one person for
Let
the
me
rest of his
explain
life.
this to you.
Do you
from-
people
But wait,
think-
but
From
what,
an old man's point of view.
in terms of what you've just said to me,
Yeah.
Sam, there also, if you want to back this up with research or whatever,
Yeah.
there was the newest research that I saw. I think I saw this a few weeks ago, and they were just saying that the humankind, not just men,
Is not
men
monogamous.
and women
Are
are
not
not supposed to be
monogamous.
I'm not saying that I agree, but this is what the
research says.
Yeah, the results of the research basically said that men and women are not supposed to be monogamous. This is what they said, and they said that monogamy was a social construct.
It is a
That's
social
what they put.
construct. It is a
but
social
but
construct.
what I want to stress is
religious.
that.
Yeah.
What I want to stress is you're saying men, but I feel that women as well. So these things.
So maybe
if
it's
you-
cool.
if you-
It's good
if
to
you
talk
actually
about
speak-
it,
If you
yeah.
speak to some women, they're literally like, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to be with one guy for the rest of my life."
Yeah.
So there are these things, but I think perhaps the way we generally handle, the issues are different.
That's
So
what I'm going to
this
say
is
to you
why-
now.
yeah.
For a man of my here's what I think a lot of men, a lot of Gen Xers do. You don't go out you do have Gen Xers who go out and marry more than one or two, or have side chicks. I do not have one side chick. I never believe I tell you all the time I don't like side chicks, because I think side chicks take away from my wife. Because with the side chick, you have to have emotions in there. All of my emotions are just for one woman. Every freaking thing I have is for one woman. Now here's what a lot of men do. Sexual AIDS. There's a reason why in the Western world you see
Like Viagra?
no. Viagra doesn't stop. Look, Viagra does. Viagra is for sexual dysfunction. Maybe the man cannot get it up. It doesn't matter if that's
erectile.
erectile
Yeah.
dysfunction.
Yeah.
Yes, that's different. Now, for many men, I don't know about Gen Zs. Gen Zs, and I'm sure it's the same. But it's just starting out, so it might not be the same. For,
Can you stop looking at? It's like 25. It's not like
I'm like,
12.
It's
For
a
him,
child.
it's like 5.
for me, it's like 5. It's just that much older than my
But at
son.
the same time, you've also said that this
I've been there.
this generation.
You call us
They get it.
hoes.
But what I'm saying is this: look, I have to be a tad bit graphic.
Feel free.
Feel free. Thank you very much. Thank God it's YouTube. So a man of my age, right? I'm dating one of you. Because you're brand new. Every time I get an erection is this much. Every time. So if we do it every day for 3 months, it'll be like this. A time will come. It'll be like this. A time will come. It'll be like this. I do not have a problem. I'm just getting tired of you. Not you. You. So time will come, it goes down like this. Now, here's the crazy thing about it.
Wow.
It will take you a long time to get me here, right? And we'll finish. The second time, heck no. Kill me. But if I step out of the room and I see another person, immediately, that's why it's called the old cow syndrome. It's very derogatory to women. That's why I never say
Extremely.
it. I told you.
Extremely.
Told you. I didn't want to say it. Extremely derogatory to women. But that's what it's called. And it's just what it is. So what do men do? You imagine. That's what you do.
I just think it's interesting.
Some men say, "Oh, if it was,
I just think it's
if only this was Tiwa Savage."
Timison, I think it's
You know what I'm
it's
saying? I'm
interesting that there are all these stories, the old cow, whatever. But if you look at the animal kingdom, there are also the female of the species who do not just like literally mate with one male.
plenty of them.
As in.
I'm not mansplaining. I'm telling you from the man's point of view. You all probably have an old bull syndrome too that you have going on. I do not know.
I just think a lot of these things that you're saying, I mean, to a certain extent, yeah,
It's the same for women, Toby.
So, which is why these conversations are very important, because what you may have liked
Spice
when
it
you
up.
first got
Spice it
married,
up.
what you may have, as in, maybe your body reacted a certain way, maybe 5, 10, 15 years later, your
react
body
that way
is not
anymore,
reacting.
yeah.
And then it's all about, discovering yourself, rediscovering yourself, figuring out what you like. Because if you
Communication.
if you don't know exactly what you like, how are you going to communicate that to your partner? What we just talked about being tired and whatever.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? What are your...
I feel like it's a little excusey to me. If you're tired, try, if you're tired, try.
I agree with a little bit.
We are going to Ibadan. You switch to Ibadan. What are you on about?
I went to the extreme, yes, but I feel like it just gives. The thing is,
You just started.
I get that.
You
That's why I keep using so fast.
You did 25. You just started.
Oh my
please.
God.
We can't confirm that, and I cannot.
Whether you deny or confirm,
However,
you're 25. You just started.
However,
I would
it's the
say
same
this.
person saying vanilla. I like things vanilla. It's very easy to get tired if you like it vanilla.
Boo!
He has a very
It's
valid
Boo!
point to Miss Ad.
You see, the problem is maybe.
Jenzia, high five me.
Oh, please.
Here's what
Very
we're
valid
going
point.
to Here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Can we hear from
Gents
our
advertise.
audience? Wait now. Our audience also wrote in and they wanted to share their thoughts, and we had to filter it down. The first one says, self-pleasure helped me understand my body better,
True.
which improved intimacy with my partner. Do you see this? I think this makes sense to some
Double-edged.
people.
Double-edged,
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
told you. If you self-pleasure a bit too much, you tend to.
Do over to
Overdo.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me take the second one. My partner thinks self-pleasure means I'm unsatisfied.
Told you.
It could mean that.
It depends on your
Told
partner,
you.
I guess. It depends on your partner. It depends on how you say it, how you communicate it, and so on. But there are some
It's
people
okay
who
to
want...
be unsatisfied.
No,
Listen,
I don't
choose
think
we're
so.
women.
It's okay
think
to
so.
express unsatisfaction.
Yeah, I don't. So again,
Listen,
that's why I said to you guys.
We're women, and I feel like with women, we have conversations with our friends a lot about that. And in some cases, there's some times when I've heard, yes, I wanted to have sex, but not with anybody but myself, and I wanted it to be fast. So please.
You see why? Here's what I think. I think that if the woman talks to her man, because again, babes, I'm sorry, I'm throwing my missus here. We communicate a freaking lot,
Which is good.
a lot. Now, what that means is, if the woman is unsatisfied, she should be able to tell her man, I was unsatisfied. Then the man says, why were you unsatisfied? Again, like I told you, if I go to a millennial man, don't say it like that. Stroke the ego and you have a conversation. But why were you unsatisfied? Because you were too rough, you were too gentle, you were too quick, you were too long. This is what I like. And you incorporate that into the sex next time. That's what I'm saying.
Is this your, when you look at your circle of friends, is this what the general consensus is? Or do
No.
you have, that's the thing,
No.
because I feel that both of you are probably, I don't want to say part of the
Misnomers.
minority.
Yeah, well, misnomers,
I don't want to say part of the
yes.
minority, but there is a reason why a lot of women, particularly in this country, don't feel, comfortable speaking up.
Yeah.
And I think it is because, number one, oh, you like this, where do
You
you
be
learn that from?
judged,
You're a loose
yeah.
girl, you're this, you're that.
Yo-ho,
And then
yo-ho.
there's the whole not
Yeah.
wanting to, imagine you guys, you've just finished and the guy's like, woo, that was good. And you're like, do you understand? You don't want to bruise
Oh,
your right.
shut up, I'm calling my lawyer.
Do you know
What?
what? Do you
What
know
do you
what?
mean?
I'm not gonna. I have some male friends that I know that if that happened to them, they probably wouldn't speak to her for like a few days.
Yeah.
Like, I was giving you my best work, and you're like, well.
Go deeper. That's all I got, love.
You
That's
know.
all I got. That's all I got.
So we need to. I just really want to, as we close this episode, I just really want to establish like how you think it is best for women to get to that point where they can just say. They can really freely, communicate.
From a millennial's point of view, as a woman, if you're married to a millennial or close to a millennial, a Gen Xer, if you're a millennial or a Gen Xer, how do you ask for things when it's pretty difficult to ask? Not sexually. I need money. This man has given me money before. If I go and ask for that, how do I ask? How do you ask? That's the way you ask. That's the way you have the conversation. Because if you're going to ask your husband for money, for instance, or your long-term partner.
fair,
because if you're going to ask your long-term partner for money or for whatever, and you know, oh, this brethren is going to be all of them. No. You have your ways you ask, don't you? You have your way you.
I had a mental picture where the baby's already drawing circle on the guy.
You know what I'm saying? You have a way you talk to the guy.
No.
So when it comes to sex,
You probably be like, Chief, Baba me, Twale. I did.
if that works for you,
After you, now you. See, last night, when we were like.
but tools, you know, if it works for you, it works for you. If you're the type that I know my husband or my boyfriend is going to be like, oh man, I need 100,000 for this, so never. Babe, would you like tea? Should I bring you beer? You want to watch the match? You know you can butter him up and ask. The same with sex. Butter him up and have the conversation.
I'm just laughing. If I did that, my husband would think I'm trying to kill him. He's like, why? What'd you put in the tea? I'd be like, drink the tea. Drink the tea.
So how do you butter him up?
Oh my
I have
god.
my
That's
ways.
how. Yeah, exactly.
I have my ways.
That is how exactly how I have the conversation with him. Babes, the sex last night was horrible.
Yeah.
Butter him up before you eat. That's what I'm saying. Butter him up.
say-
I don't think you should ever say that.
No, of course not.
Horrible is.
No.
I think a sandwich. When you did this, that was.
But all I'm saying, tools,
But
is
next time
butter
if
him
you
up.
did
No,
this,
butter him up.
you know.
Butter him up. Butter him
That's
up.
what I said now. Baba me Twale.
There you go. Baba
all
me
of
Twale.
that.
Hey, my man. You're my god.
I think we're also.
That inner was horrible. You have a conversation.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God! On
I
that
know.
note,
Thank you so much.
thank you.
No,
I
feel free. Elvis.
I wanted to say that in order to beat the whole Baba me, you are the utter finisher of my faith.
do it as it's happening.
Maybe whilst you guys are still undressed within the context of sex.
Okay.
Because if you just had sex, and you're talking about it whilst in that same context, a lot of things is permissible.
Oh, you'll be millennials.
Do you know what Timmy said? I am going to defend Elvis
Defend him, please.
because I think he has a very. I don't.
That's
think
the point.
Defend
Yes,
him, defend
I think he has a
him.
very healthy mindset.
I
because-
hope you're not married to a millennial, Sha, or a Gen X.
No, but I like what he said. Like
I'm
sometimes.
I'm just saying.
I guess it's the way that what he said about saying it.
You
during, I completely understand.
you still have a junior wife. Don't worry. If you like, be following
Can we
Elvis.
off his mic? Can we off his mic? I was
You have a
saying,
junior wife.
oh, baby, can you just cover his mouth? I was saying that I like what Elvis said about giving feedback, communicating, because honestly, I think that's very important. So, like you said about stuff like moaning and everything, give each other feedback. Give each other feedback. You guys don't. I'm sure you don't like it when you're having sex and the girl's just like, you need
Some
feedback.
people like it.
Then
Ew.
they are the same people that sleep with dead people.
Screaming.
You know what?
Two things.
So,
Way out of left field. Way out of left
Are
field.
those your friends?
No.
Tools, I'm telling you right now. If you want to deal with the Gen Zs, that's how you deal with the Gen Zs. If you want to deal with the Gen Xers, I am telling you, you gotta stroke and massage the ego first. Don't just go in and have
For those of you that
conversation.
are having intergenerational sex.
Yeah.
Can you see that couple that everybody's talking about now?
I can mention it.
No. We don't need to mention names.
The multiple public statements.
Yes.
The man that works in
The
Abuja
guy-
and
the
his young
guy-
wife.
Hey!
The guy that's
Anybody.
crashing out.
The man that works in Abuja and his young wife. It could be anybody.
Yeah, it could be.
It could be anybody because
It
it
could be
happens.
anybody.
Forget those ones, you know. It happens till today. A man is old, his wife is young.
This has got to be
Intergenerational
like
sex.
one of the longest crash outs ever. But you know what?
I wanted to add
Yes,
something.
please.
You
Can
asked
we leave?
breaking the orgasm
Because
gap.
I'm thinking about going to my missus. Yeah.
About breaking the orgasm gap here, it's unconventional. People might not agree, especially here in Nigeria, but I feel like more women should explore themselves and other women.
Boo, advertising.
No, other women, not me. How am I advertising for other women? Because I did a little sociology in uni, and the same research says that it applies to just heterosexuals. Women that play around with other women have the likelihood of orgasm is higher than
Would you
heterosexuals.
say this for men that also?
Touch other men.
Hey, because I believe it's logical. Men know how to please themselves. So I believe another man should be able to please another man.
Thank you so much.
I think
It's not like I would do it. I'm just saying.
Hey,
One
I'm
plus
not judging, but I'm
one
judging.
plus one is two.
Yeah.
Wait. So hang on a second.
Yeah, a bit closer to tools. Yeah, a bit
Imagine you
closer to
have
tools.
like maybe a good number of girlfriends. So when they're like hanging out, when they're like
When
maybe,
them touch
is
themselves.
that what you think they're doing?
No. No. I do have a lot. I have friends who
Swing the other way.
yes, swing the other. That's a very good way to put it. Swing the other way. And when they talk about it, is easier.
The girlfriends.
Back.
The girlfriends.
Yeah, when you do with, when they,
Right.
Thank you very much to our very, very enthusiastic guests from different generations. To our friends at Durex for this wonderful spirited conversation.
But we have Durex though. We have Durex.
we have Durex.